I am so confused. The degree to which men do not even understand the world that they live in. The world that they live in right now and how it came to be and what is actually surrounding them. I just told a man in a comment section that women's narratives have never been the mainstream narratives, because he was saying that women's preferences are what influence men, and therefore women influence what men do. And I said, well, men wouldn't actually truly know what women's preferences are because women's voices have never been the mainstream voice. And he came back and said, I'm sad that you believe that. Please tell me when women were at the top of the editors of every newspaper. Please tell me when women were represented everyone in Congress and everyone in the presidency. Please tell me when women were the author of most books. Please tell me when women were the deciders at publishing houses, who got published and who did it. Please tell me when who decides at a university which research goes forward and which research doesn't. Please tell me when women decided how those research funds got distributed in the first place. Please tell me when women were the majority of directors of movies. Please tell me when women were the majority of writers of movies. Please tell me when women were the majority of cinematographers and choose all the camera angles of what even gets viewed on screen. You don't even know that all those things I just said have been the majority men, sometimes exclusively men. You think that the world, the narratives that get told, they have been controlled by men, for men mostly, to the exclusion of women. And the degree to which that is not understood, it confuses me. I just started reading exclusively books by women 6 years ago. I hadn't even really heard from the voices of women. My God, the books I was required to read in high school, if I were to go back and diversify them by gender, it was 10-1, men to women. Same thing with the curriculum, the history books, almost all written, told by men. You don't even know that you don't have equal perspectives. You don't know the preferences of women because you would have to go looking for them. Like a needle in a haystack, you'd have to search. You'd have to literally and intentionally surround yourself specifically with the literature of women. And maybe that commenter does that. Maybe he just only reads books by women, only articles by women, only female journalists. But I doubt it. Nothing makes this, what I'm saying, more clear than the reality that women in the year 2024 of our Lord who become mothers will repeatedly say, I had no idea about X, Y, and Z in birth recovery. I had no idea what to expect with a baby. I had no idea how hard this would be or what it really entailed. And the reason they didn't is because even the narratives about that have been squashed. We have historically squashed the very normal developmental stages of women's lives so that even women don't understand what's about to happen to their own lives and bodies. I think men realize the degree to which also the things they think women do want are just examples of times when men wrote women and they think they've actually heard from a woman. You just heard from a man. You just saw a woman written by a man. You didn't see a real woman. You don't actually know what a real woman wants. You just think you do. Men don't even know they have not been co-creating life on planet Earth with women because they think that their narrative is the narrative. It's not. It's not. You haven't even heard the narrative of women unless you have very intentionally been I'm only going to watch movies written by women. I'm only going to watch movies directed by women. I'm only going to read books written by women. I'm only going to follow accounts on social media that are women and not just women in bikinis. You would literally have to search very carefully to get that. And I actually don't know a single man that's done that. I don't know a single one, but I'm sure it exists.